back to another video. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Chanina. Hey, how you doing? So y'all, it is that time. It's that time. Today is actually February the 2nd, and we did not do an Arise opportunity video back in January. So we're going to do one starting off the month of February. So if you're new to the channel, I am a work from home mom. I have my own virtual call center, CL Staffing Solutions, and I recruit agents who want to work at home to work on the Arise Virtual Solutions platform. So if you guys want to get informed on what we talk about over here when we're talking about the Arise Virtual Solutions platform, make sure you go check out my playlist and it'll bring you up to speed. So you guys know how it goes. In these videos, we just talk about what clients are available on the platform, how much it costs to get into the certification, when the class starts, and when you'll start earning. So before we get into that, I do want to put you guys on to an update. I did mention this in a vlog, so if you guys have not checked out my vlogs, go ahead and check those out. But recently in a vlog, I did mention the client assessment and that it was updated. So it was updated back in December. And before it was updated, you would go onto the platform and you would shop for a client, and then whatever client that you were interested in servicing for, you would take the client assessment. And you would have to do that for each client. Well, now you only have to do it the one time about every 6 months or so. And once you get the client assessment done, it's going to match you up with the clients that best fit, and you'll be able to enroll in any client that you want to, even if you want to do multiples. Now, after 6 months, if you want to do another client, then you'll have to take the assessment again. So with the client assessment, if you don't pass it the first time, in the past you used to be able to reset it to take it again, but now you can't. Unfortunately, you only get to take it the one time, and if you don't pass it, then you have to sit and wait 30 days before you're able to take it again. If you are somebody who is actually working on the platform, but you're servicing a client and you have not taken the new client assessment yet, just know that if you do go and enroll into another course for another client, you will be prompted to take the client assessment. So the client assessment doesn't cost you anything. It's just your basic, scenario questions, just questions to see where your skill sets are, to see how you think, and all that other kind of stuff, right? It's an assessment. So let's just jump into this. So these are remote work from home opportunities. They are contract positions, you guys. So these are not employee positions. So you will be an independent contractor if you decide to come on board. And you do have to pay for the certification class. I like to tell people, just think of it as an investment, because you literally get your return on investment once you start making your revenue. All right. You do have to supply your own equipment. If you need more information about the type of equipment you need, I recommend you go to my website, CL Staffing Solutions, pull open the PDF, and it'll give you all the details related to a PC or a Mac. And let's see, what else? That is it. So let's just jump right into the client opportunities. So you guys know how it go. I do not mention the client name due to the non-disclosure agreement. The clients want to remain private, so you will not hear me say the actual name, but I will give you an idea of what type of industry or client it is. All right, so again, today is February 2nd. I am going to have this video up today so that you guys, when I do videos like this, I try to record them and get them up the same day, just in case you guys want to, if you're already registered to the platform, if you want to jump on there and see what I'm talking about, or if you're just ready to get started, then, you're able to catch some of these courses before the last day approaches to be able to enroll, because now you're able to see how much time you have to enroll, which is something that you weren't able to see, I think, beginning of last year, or was it the year prior? Anyway, that was updated due over time. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first client on the portal is a tax client. So you'll be doing customer service / tech by phone. Okay. Right now, the certification cost is $0. This is a seasonal client, so just keep that in mind. We do have some tax clients that carry past the season, if that makes sense. But anyway, this particular one is $0 for the certification cost. The deadline to enroll into the course is February 21st. The class starts on the 28th, and then you start earning revenue around March 24th. So the reason I say around when I talk about when you'll start earning is because it depends when you'll begin to start taking your mock calls while in certification. Those you will be scheduling on your own. So it depends on when you schedule yourself to take those mock calls / practice calls to finish up your certification. So you get paid for that, right? Because you're actually providing a service. So you'll start earning somewhere around March 24th. And so our next client on the portal is our home improvement client. This one is actually the most popular amongst agents. Or last year going into this year, because we're now in February, this has been the most popular client amongst agents. I'm not sure why that is, but it just is. But they have a max class, which basically gives you the max amount of hours that you'll be required to work versus just the minimum amount of hours, right? So you'll be required to work the max, whatever that's set for. And the cost of certification is $10. The deadline to enroll into this class is February 4th, so 2 days left. The course starts on the 14th, and then you'll start earning around March 1st. Theme park client. So this is a theme park client or theme park accommodations. Just depends on how you want to look at it, but we normally just call it a theme park client. They are enrolling, the certification course cost for this one is $19.99, and the deadline to enroll is in 2 days. So February 4th, the course starts on the 21st, and then you'll start earning around April the 6th. Okay, so the next client is a home services client, and it's $20 to enroll in the course. It starts on the 4th, so in 2 days. The deadline to get into the class is the 4th, but the class starts on the 7th, and then you get paid, or you start earning revenue around March 15th. All right, so this is a cruise client. So we have several cruise clients, so I'm just going to say cruise client because there's really no other way to describe, I don't have any descriptive words to separate the clients. So cruise client, okay? This is a max class, so you'll be required to work the maximum amount of hours that are available, and it's $50 to enroll in the course. The course deadline is February 7th, so 5 days. The course starts on the 14th, and then you'll start earning around March 17th. Let's see, there's a client on here. Give me just a second. Let me see if I can figure out, because I rarely see this one on here, so my apologies, y'all. Let me try to find a keyword here that I can use to describe this company. Oh, I hate when it does that. It starts downloading stuff. Okay, so this is a roadside assistance company. So we have 2 roadside assistant clients that are with Arise. So this is one of them. It is $49 for the certification. The deadline to enroll in certification is February the 11th, and the course starts on the 14th, and then you start earning around the 28th. Okay, so another cruise client, but this is customer service, and it's the minimum requirements or minimum hours, so it's not the max. It's just a minimum requirement, so it's probably going to be about 15, maybe 20 hours, or 15 to maybe 20, 25 hours that you'll be required to work every week or so, versus being required to work like 30, 40, 50 hours a week, something like that. But yeah, so the certification course is $19. It starts on February the 7th. I'm sorry, the deadline to enroll is February the 7th, but it starts, the first day of class will be on the 14th, and then you'll start earning around March 17th. Another cruise client, customer service department is looking for agents, so their enrollment course is $19.99. The deadline to enroll is February 15th. The course starts on the 21st, and then you'll start earning revenue around March 21st. Here's the other cruise client, because I told you guys we have several cruise clients that are on the portal, so this is a different one. The last 3 that I mentioned were different, okay? So this one is $19.99. The deadline to get into the class is February 13th. The course starts on the 21st, and then you start earning around March 10th. All right, so our home improvement client is on here twice, but this is not the max, so this is you'll be required to work the minimum hours. So customer service department by phone, and the certification course is $19.99. The deadline to enroll is February 9th. The start date, or your first day of class, is going to be the 21st, and then you'll start earning around March 8th. So another cruise client, different from the ones that I mentioned before. This particular one is customer service by phone. $59 for the course. The deadline to enroll in the course is February 16th. The course start date is the 23rd, and then you'll start earning around March 23rd. All right, so the next one is home security. Customer service by phone. So the cost of the certification course is $40. The deadline to enroll is February 25th. The start date is March 7th, and then you'll start earning around March 21st. Timeshare Spanish bilingual. I've had a couple of you guys hit me up asking was there anything available for Spanish speakers, people that speak Spanish. So this is an option here if you guys are looking for Spanish English bilingual. The thing with that is you have to be very fluent in Spanish. Okay, you just can't know a couple words, girl. You got to know how to hold a conversation and be able to understand Spanish. Okay, so this one's customer service and sales by phone. The cost of certification is $50. The deadline is February 23rd. The first day of class is March 7th, and then you start earning around April 4th. All right, so home security client is on here twice. This one is the max, so you'll be required to work the maximum amount of hours. It's $40 for the course. The deadline to enroll is February 25th, and then the course starts on March 7th, and you'll start earning around March 21st. Okay, so here's another bilingual one. Let me check and see if it's for Spanish or French. Let's see. Okay, so this one's English Spanish. Okay, cool. So English Spanish, inbound customer service. And hold on, y'all, let me get back to my screen. Here we go. And this is a what type of company is this? Transportation, so medical transportation, right? So this one is $40 for the certification class. The deadline to enroll is February 17th. The course starts on the 22nd, and then you start earning around March 10th. All right, so one of the cruise clients that I just mentioned is on here again. They're actually on here 3 times, but the other ones were different. The first one was max, the other one was regular. This one is regular, but it's specifically to support travel agents. So they're looking for people to service their travel agents. Customer service and sales by phone. The course cost is $50. The deadline to enroll is February 28th. The course starts March 7th, and you start earning revenue around April 7th. There's one more. It's our timeshare client. This one is just all English. It is $50 for the certification course. The deadline to enroll is February 23rd. The first day of class is March the 7th, and then you start earning around April 4th. So that is everything that is on the portal right now. Like, I really encourage you guys to check this out, especially, okay, if you're in between jobs, okay? Don't be like me. Back in 2015, early 2016, I'm going to all these different interviews. I ain't getting no call back, but I got bills, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out how I'm going to make money. Okay, so if that's you, even if you don't want to make this like a long-term thing, like, believe it or not, there's a lot of people that do this in between job hunting. So once they get that call from the job that they really want, you know, they go on about their business. They go on and do what they got to do, right? And I'm okay. That's okay, because that's, I mean, hello. Okay, so anyway, yeah, you guys, I encourage you guys to go ahead and get registered. If you want to, if you would like to register under my virtual call center is Sales Staffing Solutions, just shoot me an email to salesstaffingsolutionsllc@gmail.com. Just shoot me your resume and then I'll shoot you back the registration steps. And go ahead and get you started. I generally don't do interviews, y'all, because at the end of the day, why do an interview when you have to go through a whole client assessment? I don't want to waste anybody's time, right? So if I'm sitting here interviewing you, taking up all your time, and then you go on here and you do the client assessment and you've gone through all that and you weren't successful, you know what I mean? Nobody likes their time being wasted. So I don't do interviews because I feel like everybody has to do this client assessment anyway. So there's really, like, in my opinion, and I could be thinking wrong, but in my personal opinion, I don't see the point, you know what I'm saying, for this type of situation. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, drop them down below or shoot me an email. I do not mind answering them. Sometimes there are other viewers that might answer your question before I'm able to see it. So thank you guys for that. Those who don't mind answering questions, who actually work on the platform or has worked on the platform in the past. The only thing that I do ask though is if you had a negative experience with working on the platform, that you keep it to yourself, because everybody's experience is not going to be your experience. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all coming, but girl, if y'all coming over here with the negativity and the Debbie Downers, Chanina don't want it. Okay? All right. I don't mind you expressing yourself, but girl. Anyways, y'all, comment down below, say hello. Y'all go check out my last video, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.